Thank you for joining in today with Andrea Eichmann and Mark Peterson of the People's Patriot Project for this week's WeP3 Debrief. Find out what our crew has been working on to help support those who have given some and all to the pursuit of liberty and freedoms across Minnesota and the United States. Watch, listen, and support as we create the beacon of hope and opportunity in today's society that needs its heroes. Are you a veteran, first responder, or a patriot looking for a place to put your skill set, your thoughts, and or want to help continue the mission? You have come to the right place. We are the People's Patriot Project, and we want to be the shock and awe when it comes to meeting the needs of our veterans and first responders. We are dealing with a new enemy in today's world where the wounds are not always clean. We want to be part of this mission in saving lives and making a difference. Welcome to the WeP3 Debrief. Here's Andrea and Mark letting you know the mission. And as always, Patriot Pride.
What's up? What's up? Mark and Andrea are back at school, and not in a fun learning kind of way, but more of a maybe occasionally fun teaching kind of way. So you stuck with me today. Jeremy Daniels, good to see you. We missed you last night. Glad to have you here today. So we got started a little late, and that's on me, but we're gonna get it rolling. It's gonna be probably not so long and not so sweet today. So this is the debrief, where we bring you what's going on with the People's Patriot Project and things that have been happening and the things that are coming up. So just to fill everybody in, this weekend in South Louisiana, we had Hero Fest, which was, sorry, just got through cutting grass. Sinuses are a little crazy. Hero Fest was it was a festival put on by the sheriff of Terrebonne Parish, locally to me, and it was done to honor and empower, and even Hero Fest has also taken up a nonprofit status to be able to help those veterans in the community that are without or maybe suffering as well. Hopefully we'll get a chance to learn a lot more about them. We've reached out to them to see about getting them on the podcast, and hopefully that happens very soon. But it was a great time, man. Got to meet a lot of interesting people, a lot of fun people, a lot of people who are interested in what we are doing. Just made a lot of great connections, and let people know who we are, what we got going on, and what's in the pipe. So that was a fun time, and we will be looking forward to doing more, possibly in the future, but we'll get to that in a little bit. So, as mentioned, the debrief is here to let you know what we have been up to in the past few weeks, and also what others are doing to help the cause, and what we got coming up in the next few weeks. We'd like to thank, of course, everybody that chimed in last night. Amanda, good to see you here. All the guests and people that popped in on the podcast last night via comments in the chat. Appreciate all of you. We had a good show last night. We got to welcome Brian Kinzer back from his extended vacation. No, no. Brian has a passion of he's a boat captain, and he spent some time on the water this summer, doing what he enjoys, and also taking some time to speak to some people. Anyways, Brian can tell you more about that, or you could watch last night's show. He gave us a little bit about it, but there's a lot of things going on, a lot of moving pieces in this little organization, the People's Patriot Project. This week, our show was sponsored by Smart Living. Speaking of Brian Kinzer and Andrea Eichmann, who has partnered with him on that. We also appreciate those who sponsored our newsletter this week. That would be Catch 22, the Boho Hobos Hideaway with Lauren Iozio, Contagion Effect, Eric Mello, who I believe recently had a birthday, and Operation Texas Strong with Peggy and Bobby Kretzinger out in Texas, doing great things, donating RVs to homeless veterans and veterans in need. And we also had Miss Gwinner last night sharing some of her word talent with us. So this month, as we talked about, was Suicide Awareness Month, and that's my phone going crazy. I just want to make sure everybody is aware that, you know, Suicide Prevention Month it's 1 month out of the year that somebody thought it was necessary, and we appreciate that somebody felt it was a good month to put it out there that we should be aware of suicide and to teach people, right, to give people a focus. But here at People's Patriot Project, our focus is every month on suicide prevention, and any time that there is someone who feels that they want to learn more about that, we'd be happy to make arrangements for that to happen. There's not one answer. There's no one foolproof therapy, counseling, or intervention method that's going to work for everyone. But with that same theme, not attempting to do any because they're not guaranteed to work is also not the answer. Doing nothing, as we say sometimes, if you're not doing anything, you might be part of the problem. But it will take all of us, you, me, Jeremy, Amanda, Mark, Andrea, all of us, and a whole lot more people to slow and make effect and have a lasting effect on this suicide epidemic that is unfortunately growing. So if we're gonna fight, let's fight together. So the People's Patriot Project podcast, We Got Your 6 at 6, can also be heard on Reads Across America Radio Sunday nights at 11 p.m. They are 1 week behind, so if you're listening to it this coming Sunday night, you will hear the episode from last night. You can find Reads Across America Radio on the iHeartRadio app, the Odyssey app, the TuneIn app, and you can also just search the word Wreath and find it on the internet. And I'm about to put the link out there right now. Boom, there you go. And I am being summoned, so we are going to take a small break here and have some music, and we'll come back with something else. Let me see what we've got. Here we go. Scotty Frazier popped in last night and graced us with his presence. Scotty Frazier is out in Houston area doing great things with Sergeant Records, and this is one of Scotty Frazier's more recent songs called Red, White, and Blue. Hope you enjoy. Be back in a moment.
Seen her out in LA playing with the band. In Carolina dancing on the sand. She's a star that's slipping through my hands, like the ones that fell on Alabama. She's red, white, and blue. Red, white, and blue. She's my kind of girl, 'cause she's red, white, and blue. She'll get you high as the Colorado skies, and she shines like those New York City lights. As tough as Texas, and brother, she just might knock you to the ground if you start a fight. She's red, white, and blue. Red, white, and blue. She's my kind of girl, 'cause she's red, white, and blue. She'll wait there in the harbor, holding up her light. She'll bring a fallen soldier home underneath her stripes. She's red, white, and blue. Red, white, and blue. She's my kind of girl, 'cause she's red, white, and blue. She's red, white, and blue. Red, white, and blue. She's my kind of girl, 'cause she's red, white, and blue. She's red, white, and blue.
Sorry, I'm back. So that was Red, White, and Blue by Scotty Frazier. And if you get a chance, go check out Scotty. Scotty Frazier Band, Sergeant Records, Scotty Frazier, different ways you can find him on Facebook. And if you're ever in Houston and you get a chance to stop by, he does some great fundraising events for organizations and different drives for around Christmas time and pretty much all throughout the year. So give Scotty a follow. It's a short drive if you're in South Louisiana. So we know why we get to do this. Thank you to the service members and first responders that have committed their time, sweat, blood, limbs, family, and life to give us the freedoms that we have that allow us to do what we do daily. Put that out there right now. That is our pledge. That is our pledge to show our gratitude and to be there for the men and women that have made these sacrifices. So if you would like to be part of that, you can tune in like Jeremy Daniels and Amanda Lavera and many, many others, and follow along, and we will be here on a regular basis. So last night we had an amazing guest. You might have seen him before if you've been following us for a while, Joe Grant Polisi. He is a Guitars for Vets instructor via the online chapter, and a veteran from the Coast Guard. But Joel's story was a little bit different. The reason we had him on last night was because, after his service and the beginnings of and joining the military and all that, there were a bunch of impacts that happened in Joel's life when he when he dug into his heritage a little further and found out that there was some connections to the Jews and Israel, and he spent some time there as well. But there were some broken bonds from some of his military brothers and sisters, and some disagreements and separation because of his heritage. Political and ideological differences that may come from someone's history or background, and people learned and understood that he was coming from a different place than they were, and they just sadly separated ways and parted ways with him. And if you've been in the military, you understand, or police force, you understand the bonds that you can have with a brother or sister that you risk your life with every day. And they're called brothers and sisters because the bond is literally that close. And in most circumstances, if you join the military, you literally leave with a new family, and to have those special bonds, those sacred bonds broken, it takes a toll on someone, right? And it's life after serving already has its own issues, but then being more or less, I say more or less, but I guess it's just more, being betrayed by someone who gave the oath the same as you would, that they would defend their country and their brothers and sisters. It's tough, but that's what Joel wanted to talk about this episode, and it's a unique perspective from him, and I appreciate it that he came out and shared that with us last night. Also, we had on Jack Blaze, which was a long time in the works. Unfortunately, I don't have any of his music to share tonight because he played live for us. But Jack's been through military service and also served as a firefighter, first responder in Houston. And the first song he sang last night was "I Bow My Head," and this was a patriotic song from Jack. And I will apologize. Normally, I have some better notes on the music, but last night everything was happening very quickly, and we just kind of dove into the songs and enjoyed them as they came. And so, unfortunately, I will have to wait until we get these tracks in MP3 form so I can re-listen to them and do them the justice that they deserve. But the second song was a cover from Prince, which he dedicated to the Minnesota half of our crew, or 2/5 of our crew, and the song "When Doves Cry" was a Prince cover. And the third song was titled "Living a Lie," and this was he wrote this after taking some time off of music, and this song connected with Miss Kimmer. And again, all the music was great. I apologize for taking terrible notes, but everything was going. I say everything was going fast, but I think maybe my brain was just going slow last night because of all the things we did this weekend with Hero Fest and everything else. So my apologies, and we will do our best to get the MP3s up and post them and do them the justice they deserve. As we mentioned before, Hero Fest is this weekend. We got some things coming up we got to work on. WeP3 Radio, Mark kind of touched on it a little bit last night. We agreed to take our radio station off of the Foxhole Radio Network for a partnership that I think allows us to grow and our radio station to grow, and something that we believe will be mutually beneficial to both parties involved going down the road. And we are looking forward to sharing more with you and hopefully having this radio station back online within the week. And again, Mark's been spearheading that collaboration, and we will hear from him, I am sure, as soon as it is live. If you want to watch the live version of last night's show or any of our shows, you can go back and find those on YouTube, Rumble. If you want to listen to the podcast, they're on pretty much every major podcast network. Sorry, Amazon, Apple, TuneIn, Spotify, all the good stuff. In fact, I was looking at this earlier, and while that song was playing from Scotty Frazier, I went back and did some research. And Miss Amanda always comes in here and talks about horses for mental health. And she's actually been through one of the programs from one of our past guests. And so out of curiosity, I went back and looked to see when we had Miss Amanda Held on, who runs the Hooves organization. And I hope I can still remember this. It's healing of our veterans equine services. Yes, healing of our veterans equine services. It's what Hooves stands for. And Amanda Hell's got a great program. I believe they're based out of Ohio. I really need to reach out to her and see if she'd be interested in coming back on, because I think there's a lot of people that could benefit from that type of program. You know what I mean? But episode 189, you can find that on YouTube. Go back and check out Miss Amanda Held and the host program. Might be something you're interested in, using horses for mental health. As I stated earlier, we're going to be zooming through this pretty quickly, and we're almost at the end already. So we'll talk about next week's guest, which is William Stevens and 1821 Productions. He's been popping around on the People's Patriot Project group, and you might get to see him a little bit before, but he's got an interesting story that he's going to come on and share with us next week. Is it next week? Yes, it's next week. There we go. He's the author of the book The Mirror, and working on his second book, The Broken Mirror, is in the works. And we're going to hear a lot more about that from Mr. Stevens himself next Sunday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure you check us out next Sunday. Featured by Heroes Media Group. Again, you can find us all over the place: Spotify, iHeart, Heroes Media Group, YouTube, Rumble, and on our website. Here's the link to our YouTube. If you get a chance, if you're bored, if you're not bored, do it anyway, please. This is the link to our YouTube page. Like, subscribe. I know some of you drop in on there on a regular basis and watch the podcast from YouTube, and we appreciate that. It's just one of the ways, but it helps us to increase our reach by reaching across multiple platforms. So if you get a chance, jump in, subscribe, like some episodes, watch some reruns. It goes back a long, long ways on there. Wow. That went by really fast. I think this is the end, people. I'm going to post a few hashtags. But anyways, I don't have it. I'm looking over the sheet, and I don't think I have anything left on here to discuss today. We might be caught up to the best of my ability. And again, I apologize for the short, brief episode and possibly the lack of information on my part. It was a rush to get back in here and get it going, and we were late anyways. But we got it. We're gonna come back bigger, better, stronger. That's what we do. So make sure and check us out next Sunday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank everyone for watching today, and we will see you very soon. Tonight we are going to close out with I don't know. Actually, I do know. We had the opportunity a couple of weeks ago to talk about one of our past guests who was reaching the point of retirement. David Stone. He's been really active in some award ceremonies and stuff like that around Nashville and in the country area, or genre, should I say. But David Stone is retiring as a first sergeant, and I want to say congratulations to him. And this is his song called Bury These Burdens. Hope y'all enjoy. We'll see you Sunday.
chasing your demons, dragging you down, but I'm right here to show you now that you're not alone. A survivor who thinks he's on his own, a different place than the one where you left your home. And these people, well, they don't understand how you feel, but I do. And I'll bury these burdens with you. There's an empty spot inside your soul, holding you back to make it on your own, saying you're no good with no backbone. But I'm here to stay and to say that you're not alone. A survivor who thinks he's on his own, a different place than the one where you left your home. And these people, well, they don't understand how you feel, but I do. And I'll bury these burdens with you. Man, you're not on your own. Man, just come back home and talk about what this is really all about. 'Cause you're not alone.